calling it a love song.
What is up, my amazing gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what will happen when you see them again. Okay, so we have 4 piles here today. Let's get straight into it. This is pile number 1. Okay, so you can see one person has their arms open and the other person has their arms kind of crisscrossed like the Macarena. Okay, then we have pile number 2, so one person's busy pointing upwards and then the other person has their leg up. Okay, like it looks like a game of Simon Says for some reason. This is giving me Simon Says energy. Okay, then we have pile number 3, so we've got 2 people busy pointing at each other. So one person is using their right hand. Okay, actually they're both using their right hand. You're my right hand, you my go-to. So yeah. And then we have pile number 4, so we have 2 people. One person has their right hand up and the other person has both of their hands up. So we put our hands up like the city can't hold us. So yeah, guys, these are the 4 piles. Please pick as many as you guys would like. Please watch the entire video as well. I love you so much, and let's get straight into it. What is up, my amazing gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what will happen if they saw you again. Basically, what would their reaction be, what would they do, what will happen at the next encounter, and yeah, like what's going through their mind. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I'll pull out 2 cards. So the first card that we have is Who Says. Okay, then we also have the Keep Calm and. So I'll link down the song Who Says by Selena Gomez, you know, it's like who says, who's, yeah, that song. But I'm hearing that this person, like, I'm sensing that you guys definitely might have had an argument, because literally the first card that we got is the arguments card. So I feel like if they were to see you again, they'd be trying really hard kind of like to keep the peace, because I'm sensing that like somebody might be trying to aggravate them, or it's kind of like they have a lot of unresolved tension between you guys, or like between you and them. And I just feel like if they were to see you again, it's kind of like a part of them would want to kind of, you know, confront you and like maybe even like, I don't want to say fight you, but just be really aggressive and kind of be really bland, really blunt. Like I am sensing that like there's a sort of like, you know, dark humor, or it's like if they were to see you again, especially if you have dated this person in the past, I can see them kind of saying, oh yeah, like you broke my heart, but like in a jokingly way. Like I see them using dark humor or just using humor to kind of get their point across. And I'm just sensing that like they want to kind of keep the peace. So I am sensing that the next time you do see them, it might be in a group setting, so it's kind of like them having to defend themselves. Or I feel like if you were to maybe just ask them like how are they feeling, they'd kind of want to deflect, or they'd want to change the subject. And like I just see them really trying to just act differently around you. So you might be really surprised, because the next time you see them, they just seem really put together, really calm, and it just feels like they don't actually feel that way, because we just keep calm and ... So that tells me that although they are trying to keep calm, it's kind of like they're doing it, but not because they actually feel it. They don't actually feel calm. And then yeah, the Who Says is kind of like this defensive energy where it's like, well, who said that? I didn't say that. So they even could be denying certain things that they did in the past. Or I just see them really trying not to get too emotional. I don't see them trying to yeah, like dwell on the past or talk about what happened in the past, basically. So yeah, the next card that we have is the arguments card. Okay, so I am sensing that maybe they would maybe want to argue with you, or I just feel like, yeah, like I said, they'd feel that sort of resentment. They'd just feel a bit like uneasy, maybe even. I'm seeing that maybe they might even excuse themselves. Maybe it's kind of like they're having an upset stomach, or it's kind of like they left the oven on at home. Like I am seeing them like making up an excuse to like, you know, maybe leave the conversation. Or if you bring up something about the past, I do see them kind of like, yeah, like I said, making a joke, or just trying to basically deter the conversation into something else. And I've got new tarot cards, so yeah, shout out to the person that sold me these cards if you're busy watching. But yeah, so the first card that we have is the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. Okay, then we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles, not me busy counting because it has Roman numbers. Okay, then we have the Six of Wands, the Four of Wands. Okay, we have the Sun card, and also we have the Two of Cups. Wow, this is super interesting. So let me just open my flip file real quick. But yeah, so with the Six of Pentacles, this is kind of a Libra-ish energy. So I am seeing that they definitely be someone that would just try to keep the peace. It's really kind of like just having a nice and friendly conversation. I do feel like if you haven't dated them, it's kind of like if you speak to them for the first time, or like if you see them again, I feel like they're going to try to kind of like start up a conversation. Like, you know, when it's really awkward when you talk to someone and it's kind of like you're pulling our conversation out of thin air. I see them really trying to prolong the conversation where it's kind of like it's so awkward. Like I just see them saying, hi, so how are you? How's the weather? Like I see them saying really awkward statements that just aren't what they'd usually talk like. So, you know, maybe it's kind of like they're using bigger words trying to impress you, or they are just using really weird phrases, or they're speaking in metaphors. They're kind of just not making any sense. Like I see them trying to talk to you, but like you're kind of like, bro, why are you talking so weird? Like what's happening? So yeah, I do also see them kind of like trying to bring you in the conversation. So like I do see them maybe asking about like how's your family going, like how's your school going. So if you guys had an argument that had to do about school in the future, I do see them asking, so how is your project going, how's this going? Like I see them asking about your family, or like a pet that you have or something. And I'm seeing that they're going to be really hoping that you're going to be honest and trusting them as well, because I am sensing that as much as they want to be open and like talk to you, I am seeing that they're afraid that you're going to lie to them about something. So maybe it's kind of like they have an inkling that you're being a bit dishonest, or they can kind of tell that you're a bit uncomfortable, and they can tell that you're just like not into the conversation. Because literally you can see this person over here, like their arms are open, they're open to have a conversation, and then the other person's kind of like closing themselves, being more reserved as well. So I am sensing that they're going to pick up on your energy, where it's kind of like you seem like you're not really into like this conversation. So they're kind of the ones making the conversation work, basically. Okay. Then we also have the Knight of Cups that came up, right? So that does talk about kind of just this, them trying to, not even spark up something again, but just talking about like this romantic gesture. So I do see they may be falling into old habits. So if you guys have a habit of always holding hands, or maybe even like a kiss on the cheek or something, like I see them doing something that's going to make it a bit awkward. So, you know, it's kind of like when you see your ex again and then they give you a hug, but the hug lasts like longer than it's supposed to. So I am seeing that like it's gonna feel very weird and different, because it's kind of like there's this tension, and I do see them trying to relieve it by trying to make you laugh, or by, like I said, giving you a hug. Like I just see them going in for a hug, like a huge hug, and then you're kind of like, oh, this is different, this is weird. Or I feel like if you're feeling a bit sad when you see them again, I am seeing them trying to lighten the mood and like just say something to make you laugh, something to make you smile or something. And they're going to be really enthusiastic as well. Like I just see them trying to make light of a situation, just trying to, you know, keep it as lighthearted as possible. So with the Eight of Pentacles that came upright, that kind of talks about, this really hard work. So I do feel like the conversation is going to be really stiff. I feel like there's going to be a lot of kind of awkward silences. But I mean, it's not going to be a bad interaction by any means, because literally Knight of Cups, Two of Cups, this tells me that this person truly still cares about you. And I do feel like they're going to really want to talk to you. Like I feel like they're really, it's like, yes, they have this sort of resentment. Yes, they do still have this, you know, feeling of kind of like this isn't right, like we need to talk this out. But I do feel like, you know, the emotions is really, it's a lot of emotions, you know, because we have the grounded energy, we have the emotional, we have the action, and then we also have like the happy card, like the Sun card, you know. So I'm just sensing that they're gonna just be trying to kind of absorb this new energy. So it's kind of like, you know, you guys had an awkward encounter last time you guys met. So they're trying to just make things less awkward, and they're kind of just taking it in. So it's kind of like, okay, this is our new relationship, this is what's happening. So if you do make a move on them, I don't see them like rejecting you. Like I feel like if you lean for a kiss, like I feel like they'll definitely kiss you back, bro. So I'll make a separate video on like what would happen if I made a move on them, you know, obviously consensual. But I definitely feel like if you wanted to, like, you know, get with them, bro, they dead ass would like be into it. They dead ass really would be. There is a sense of where it's kind of like with the Eight of Pentacles, if they do kind of like maybe push away, I'm sensing that they're gonna say like they want this to kind of be better than the last time you guys met, because I just feel like the last time you saw them, you guys had an argument. So I do see them saying kind of like you know, like I want to be with you again, or like I want to kiss you, like I want to, you know, get into this, but I just feel like we should be like holding off. I'm talking so loud, my entire family can hear me. But yeah, I just am sensing that like they're gonna be into it, but they're still thinking about things basically at the back of their head, you know. So with the Four of Wands that came up, right, that's a great card to get. That kind of talks about wish fulfillment. It talks about yeah, like it talks about 1111, like it talks about a twin flame even. So I just get the sense that they're gonna be feeling those emotions that they felt in the past with you basically. So yeah, I do see them kind of asking about like a new commitment. I see them also just wanting to just enjoy like small things. Like I see them maybe like if you tell them a joke, I see them laughing really loudly even though it's like the joke wasn't that funny. Or if you mention that you're seeing somebody else, I do see them being like, oh, that's great, like I'm so happy for you, like that's great. Like I do see them having like a hint of sarcasm as well when they're busy speaking to you. But for the most part, I really do feel like they really are into you, bro. Like they really 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 are. And I really cleanse all the cards, so you know, like it's accurate messages. Yeah, so with the wait, now I'm confused. This is the Six of Wands. This is the Six of Wands, this is the Four of Wands, sorry. But yeah, so then with the Six of Wands they came up, right? Yeah, like I just see it being really positive. I don't see them, you know, feeling any shame. Like I just feel like they're gonna be super open and honest with you. Like I really feel like if you guys do end up hooking up, like you guys definitely could end up hooking up again. And if you don't hook up, I just feel like it's not because they didn't want to, it's because they really like you and they want it to be, you know, like a special moment basically. Like I see you guys really sharing like a beautiful moment that you're gonna think about for a very long time. So you know, you could have your first kiss that time or your first time. Like I just feel like you guys are gonna have such a special and beautiful moment, and I don't see it like being ruined. Like I feel like you're gonna be happy that you saw them again, and they're gonna be happy that they saw you again. It talks about like it's only the beginning basically. I am seeing that like when they lean in to kiss you, it's like they're gonna pause and then they're gonna, you know, go in for it basically. And then with the Sun card, it talks about happy relationships. So I just feel like you guys will be on good terms and you guys will like just be feeling the same thing. And yeah, both of you guys are into each other and it's going to be super beautiful. That is such a nice reading, guys. Like honestly, I'm so happy for you. Like yes, so it's like they want something and you want the same thing basically. So don't be afraid to say what you want and ask them what you want, because I feel like it's gonna go along like really smoothly. Like it will be awkward at first, but I do see you guys kind of like, you know, just doing the things. So yeah, that is what I got for pile number 1. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, and let's get into the next one. What is a pile number 2? Let's get straight into your reading. So what will happen if they were to see you again? Okay, so I pulled out 2 cards. The first card that we got is the Captain Draper card. It says like me. And then we also got the BC card. I bet. So I'm sensing that like, or I'm hearing kind of like this person saying that they only did it because they felt like it felt right at the time. Like I'm just getting the sense that this person has changed a lot since last time you saw them. I feel like they might even be a bit afraid because they're kind of thinking like, you know, like I've changed a lot, you know, maybe they changed their name, maybe they figured out their sexuality, or I just feel like things are really different, and it's kind of like they hope that you're gonna be okay with that. Like I just see them kind of like wanting to get something off their chest, and I'm getting the sense that like they acted a certain way in the past, but it's kind of like they aren't like that today anymore. Like, I'm getting the sense that this person has grown a lot. I feel like they've matured a lot, and it's kind of like they want to talk about different things compared to what you guys spoke about before. Like, I'm getting the sense that it even could be a friend or like a family member, but like maybe let's say you guys only ever spoke about, I don't know, let's say elephants, because there's elephants here. Like, I'm getting the sense that they're saying, you know, like, I know before, like, the only thing we spoke about was elephants or sex, whatever, but they're saying kind of like they're not into that now. They're saying kind of like, I'm not like that anymore, or they feel like it's not right to talk about that situation. So I am sensing that they're going to kind of be trying to, maybe not gatekeep, but I see them kind of trying to avoid certain topics, because they're kind of saying, listen, like, I'm not in the mood to kind of rehash like things that are in the past. And with the BC card, that kind of talks about being over it, and kind of like other people hearing things as well. So I am sensing that maybe there have been a lot of rumors going around about like you saying things about this person behind their back, and I feel like they're going to be thinking at the back of their head kind of like, oh, like you did me dirty, or like you've been talking about me behind my back. Like, I'm just sensing that they're not going to be feeling super comfortable kind of opening up to you, because they just might be afraid that you're going to tell other people about you, I mean about them, or I'm getting the sense that like they're afraid that whatever happens between you guys, like, it's not a secret anymore. Like, they feel like everybody already knows everything basically, and yeah, it causes them to kind of overthink things. But yeah, we have the overthinker card. Okay, definitely I'm getting like their Mercury could definitely be in Virgo or Scorpio or Gemini, definitely, or like their Venus could be in Gemini, Scorpio, or Virgo, definitely. So as for the tarot cards, we have the Three of Cups that came up, right? So this could definitely be a third party situation, okay? We have the 5, 6, 7. We have the Eight of Swords, guys. I'm sorry. These are new tarot cards, so I'm still getting used to them. So I'm going to be counting just to make sure I get it right. So yeah, we have the Eight of Swords that came up, right? Okay. We have the 10 of Cups that came up, right? Wait, 3, 6. We have the 9 of Cups. Oop. Guys, I'm sorry. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups. We have the Justice card that came up, right? Okay. We have the 9 of Swords. And then we also have the Hangman that came up, right? Interesting. So I will move these cards up a bit and put these over here. But okay, let's get into it. So with the Three of Cups, that does talk about a third party situation. And it can also talk about just celebrating with friends. So I am sensing that kind of like how they would react if they saw you again. Like, maybe you're gonna see them in a party setting, or it's kind of like the vibes are really nice, and I just feel like they're saying kind of like, bro, we're at a party, like, let's not, you know, like, let's not talk about that, you know. Like, they're saying kind of like, or like they could be with their partner, and I just see them kind of saying like they don't want to talk about certain things, or if they're with friends that kind of judge them for liking certain things, I feel like they're going to be trying to act like something that they aren't, because the Like Me card literally is talking about how this one person, like, they did well in school, they were always excelling, they always did the most just because they wanted to get this person's approval. So I am sensing that like they could be, you know, with you, but like, you know, in their head it's kind of like they aren't with you. Like, you know, sometimes when you talk to someone and you can just sense that, like, even though you're with them, they just seem like they're so far away. It's like you're with them, but you still feel even lonely, like, in a sense, you know. So I get the sense that you're going to be feeling kind of like, damn, like, this really sucks. Like, you're going to be feeling the kind of like this bitter feeling, because it's like this person literally is not trying to talk to you. They're not trying to do anything. Like, they just seem like they're so to themselves. And it's kind of like you might even be a bit disappointed, because it's like they seem like they're more interested in something else, you know. So it could be either or, it's kind of like they only want to talk about sex and that's it, or it's like they don't want to talk about sex, they don't want to talk about anything, and like they aren't really engaged in the conversation. So I am sensing that it's going to kind of be like a really quick encounter. I don't see you guys having like a really deep conversation. I do feel like, you know, there will be other opportunities to kind of talk about what you want to talk about, but I'm just sensing that like I don't see any like romantic thing happen. I don't see any like a breakthrough, like a conversation where it's like a love confession. Like, I just see kind of like, yeah, you know, skimming through, kind of like, oh, hey, how you doing, you're good, okay, cool, bye. And it's kind of like, oh, you know. So it could just be because they're overthinking, or like they're afraid to kind of be open and honest because there's other people, or like I said, where it's kind of like they're trying to act a certain way because of their friends, and they don't want their friends to kind of, know anything about you guys as well. So yeah, and then with the Eight of Swords that came up, right, that talks about feeling really trapped and bound. So I am sensing that they're going to be really like holding back a lot of things. And I definitely get the sense that you're going to be able to tell that they're not speaking everything that they want to say. Like, you're going to be with them and you're going to be like, bro, like, are you okay? Like I just feel like you're going to be like, yeah, like, when you ask someone like, hey, are you okay? And they say, yeah, I'm fine. And it's kind of like, you don't believe them. Like, I just feel like they might even be lying to you, but it's not even lying. I just see them kind of withholding the truth and not really being like open. Like, they're not going to be, they just seem really kind of like demanding, even where it's kind of like, they make it seem like they don't want to talk to you. They make it seem like they don't want to be there with you. But then with the Nine of Cups, that tells me where it's kind of like that's further from the truth, because Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, that's like such different energies, because Nine of Swords is talking about this like pain, and then the Nine of Cups talks about this fulfillment. So I just get the sense that they're going to be acting in a way that's from insecurity, so it's kind of like whatever they do, whatever they do say to you, it really is stemming from a sense of insecurity. It's stemming from a sense of anxiety, overthinking. It's from Libra energy, where it's like, Libras, they love mirroring their partners. So it's kind of like they never act from a sense of authenticity. And this isn't all Libras. I just get the sense that like there's this energy where it's kind of like what they're doing, it really is beside themselves, and talking to someone and you can just tell that their mind is like 1,000 miles away. So yeah, I'll link down the song Hey There Delilah, just because I'm getting the sense where it's like, hey there Delilah, what's it like in New York City? So yeah, Eight of Swords talks about just feeling like you can't really shake the memory. So I just feel like they might have gone through something before they met you, or it's kind of like right before they saw you, they got a really bad phone call, and it's kind of like all that's on their mind right now is thinking about that phone call. It's kind of like they can't be thinking about you. So I am sensing that they are going through their own things, where it's like maybe they're in a rush to go home, or it's kind of like they can't be seen in public with you because it's going to get back to their partner, or it's going to get back to something else. So it's kind of like there's a bigger story that's happening right now. And then the Knight of Cups, like I said, it talks about like desires and good luck and admiration. So I am sensing that you're going to be getting a lot of mixed signals from this person, because I'm seeing that maybe like you're going to see them from far away and they seem kind of like, oh, like they want to talk to you, but then it's kind of like you talk to them and then the conversation just bombs and it's so awkward, it's so bad. Like, sometimes when you plan a conversation in your head, okay, there's an airplane, I'll just wait a second. Yeah, so with the Nine of Cups, it's kind of like when you plan a conversation in your head and then the person you're talking to just goes off script and you're kind of like, bro, my guy, okay, whichever gender, of course, I say everyone's my guy, my person. Like, it's kind of like, bro, like you're going off script, like you're supposed to be saying this and this and this, not that and that and that. So I just feel like they were prepared to like only have this limited conversation, and then it's kind of like either you went off script or they went off script, and yeah, things don't go as planned. It can even be a thing where it's like they were planning to ask you out, but then it kind of like it just everything backfires. And yeah, because Nine of Cups talks about someone that really is happy with what they have. So I just get the sense that you're going to be seeing them kind of as like being cold, being a bit bossy, just seeming like they aren't really interested. But then with the Justice card, I am sensing that they didn't want to hurt your feelings, but it's kind of like that's how they felt. So I am sensing that if this person feels betrayed by you in any form, I just feel like they don't want to hurt you back, but what they were doing was hurting you. So it's like even if that wasn't the intention, it's coming off that way. And then yeah, the Justice card really just talks about this kind of talk, like it talks about what's fair, it talks about like making the right decision. It's like how do I describe this energy? So yeah, it's Libra again, and just like meeting someone that has a lot of karmic significance. So it's like maybe this person still has some unresolved feelings, like similar to pile number one, and it's kind of like they aren't strong enough, or they aren't over it yet, basically. Like, I just feel like as much as they want to have a nice conversation with you, they're kind of saying, I can't do that, like, we can't have this conversation, like, I'm not ready. So I am seeing them kind of like trying to relay a message. And then yeah, the Hangman talks about this stagnant energy. It talks about like not really moving forward. It talks about not, and like there's no outcome. So it's like if this person's goal was to get your number, they don't get your number. If your goal was to have a conversation, a deep conversation, it's not gonna happen. Like, I just feel like the one thing that you wanted to come out of this connection, or to come out of this conversation, it doesn't happen, basically. And then we ended off with the 9 of Swords. So yeah, Hangman just talking about the stagnant energy, and then we ended off with the 9 of Swords talking about distress. So I am sensing that they're going to be feeling really like, yeah, stressed out, just being a bit shaken up, and again, where it's kind of like they have all these memories and they kind of just can't shake it out of their head, basically. So it's a lot, guys. It's going to be a really intense meeting. It could be really quick, like I said. I just feel like it's going to leave both of you guys dissatisfied as well. So yeah, that's what I got for part number 2. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much. I'm always sending love and light, and DM me, Instagram, email me, anything, and like keep me updated. And yeah, let's get into the next one. What is a pile number 3? Let's get straight into your reading. Alright, so for some reason I'm getting the sense that this person is really, really, really into you. Like, I haven't seen your tarot cards at all, but like the first 2 cards that I pulled out is the hellos and goodbyes, okay? Then we also have the love lock. Ooh, so like I get the sense that, and even like with these 2 people literally like pointing at each other, I feel like you saw them, they saw you, and you guys are kind of like, hi, like what's up. Like, I get the sense that when they see you again, it's kind of like they're gonna be really like mesmerized, because they're gonna be thinking, damn, like you look so good. Like, I feel like especially if they rejected you in the past, this person is really feeling the mistake. They're kind of like, damn, like I made a mistake, like I should have asked you out before. Or I feel like they're gonna be feeling kind of really protective of you. Like, I see them not wanting you to talk to anybody else. I kind of get the sense that they're gonna be acting kind of like, I don't want to say douchey, but not even. It's like, I feel like it's more kind of like they really like you and they don't want to mess us up. So I am seeing them kind of like acting on their best behavior. And I see them also like wanting to kind of just change the past. I see them kind of saying like if, bro, like dead ass, like if you see this person, I see them even wanting to like call up all the exes and say, hey bro, I'm done, like I'm not talking to you guys anymore, like I found the one I want to be with, that's it, period. Like, I see this person literally ending connections. I see this person, or like if they were with their friends and they see you, I see them leaving their friends to talk to you. I see them asking their friends for advice. I see them like planning in their head already kind of like what they should say to you, and kind of like the conversation and everything. So it's really sweet. Like, I just feel like they want to talk to you so badly. But because we also got the goodbye card, it does make me kind of feel like they are, maybe it's kind of like they're in a bit of a like pickle, because they want to talk to you really badly, but it's kind of like something or someone is telling them that they shouldn't. So maybe it's kind of like they want to talk to you, but like your friends are seeming really intimidating, or it's kind of like they're afraid to kind of approach you. So they're kind of saying like, oh, should I do it, shouldn't I do it? But then I kind of see them saying like, you know what, fuck it, like I'm gonna go talk to them. So I definitely do feel like it was planned. So if you do see this person again, they did it on purpose, bro. Like, I feel like they've been stalking you, they've been kind of checking you up on social media, they've been, keeping tabs on you and everything. And I just feel like they needed some juice to kind of like, talk to you. So it's like maybe they had to take a shot, or they had to take, a rip from their bong or something. But I feel like they needed to talk to you, because they just were like, nah, like I can't let this opportunity go to waste. Like, I need to talk to this person. Like, they were so attractive. And yeah, so the first card that we got is the fire sign. It says Aries, Leo, Saggy. Okay, so definitely this could be their rising sign or their sun sign, but I'm getting for some reason like this rising energy. So it's kind of like they might be coming off super confident and everything, and I feel like they are really confident. I feel like they got the sense that you were also really into them, so I am sensing that as well. But it just feels like they were like like, yeah, they just planned everything out basically. It's kind of like they were like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to them, like, yeah, they're attractive, like let's just see what's up basically. So yeah, they were really excited to see you. Now let's see your tarot cards, guys. Ooh, so the first card that we got is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, So again, I am sensing that for some reason they're having an argument with someone because somebody doesn't want them to approach you, someone doesn't want them to talk to you. So maybe it's kind of like you did not look good when you saw them. Maybe it's like you felt, okay, it could be either way. It's kind of like you guys are dressed up and you look amazing, but either way it's kind of like they saw you as looking really attractive, but I see you maybe being like, oh my gosh, I didn't brush my teeth, or like I didn't comb my hair, like I look so bad. But I see them literally thinking like, what do you mean, like you look amazing, like damn, like you smoking. So I am sensing kind of like them trying to flirt with you. I see them doing pickup lines. I see them being really cheesy and like trying to convince you that you look amazing as well, or like them trying to convince you to like let them buy you a drink or something. So I just see you guys having like a bit of banter even, so like it's going to be super hot. Okay, and also you guys got the least amount of cards, so that's super interesting. Okay, then we also got the Ace of Pentacles. So again, we got this really grounded energy where it's kind of like, yeah, like it's really normal. Like I see it being a really nice interaction. And then we also got the Nine of Pentacles. Guys, why do we have so many pentacles? So for some reason I am sensing that it's going to be a long conversation even though we got the least amount of cards, because earth signs are people that can literally sit in silence forever. So it's kind of like they were just trying to find the confidence to approach you, and when they finally do, I feel like you guys are really gonna hit it off and just be talking and talking and talking. And then we got the Moon card. Oh, pile number 3. This is literally the nicest pile ever. So it's like they have this emotion that they want to kind of convey to you, but I am sensing that as much as they kind of want to say, okay, I say goodbye to all my exes, like I want to talk to you, you're so hot, you're so amazing, I feel like they're not going to be telling you all that stuff. But bro, it's going to be great. They're going to be super into you. They're going to be like trying to, make the jokes. They're going to be trying to get your number. They're going to try and take you home. They're going to be trying to do the most. Okay, super sorry about that. My dog was busy barking. So yeah, like I said, like it's amazing cards with the Moon card where it's like they want to open up to you, they want to tell you how they feel, but it's kind of like they're definitely keeping it a secret. They're trying to keep it like, as low-key as possible. So some people, when they just talk to you and they just seem so confident, I truly do feel like they are still holding back. And yeah, but anyways, let's get into it. So with the Three of Pentacles that came up, right, that's kind of talking about a difference of opinion. So I am sensing kind of like this sort of teamwork. So it's like, I feel like especially if you're feeling really insecure, I just feel like they're really going to be telling you, no bro, like, okay, I'm going to stop saying bro, but like, yeah, I just see them really saying, you look attractive, like you are so attractive. Like I really feel like they're going to be like telling you the entire time how attractive you are, how much they like you. And I just get the sense that as much as you guys wanted something to happen, maybe it's kind of like something doesn't happen. Like for some reason I feel like, maybe you wanted them to tell you like, oh, like, will you marry me? Or like, I don't know, like I feel like you wanted them to ask you like a serious question. I am sensing that like they were debating it, but they just felt like it would rather be better if they ask you like that question like on another time. Like they're kind of saying they want to get this opportunity to just get to know you more. So especially if this is your first time meeting, I get the sense that okay, not your first time, because this is what will happen if they see you again. So yeah, I just feel like they're gonna be kind of like happy. They're gonna be really just trying to make sure that they get your number this time. They're gonna make sure that they at least do this one thing at least, So yeah, like Three of Pentacles even talks about teamwork. So I sense that like, like just about the bantering, where it's like if they say something, you're going to be saying something immediately back. So it's like the conversation is always flowing, like you guys always have something to say, and neither one will want to kind of leave, or no one wants to kind of like end the conversation, but then it's just hellos and goodbyes. So I am sensing that someone will cut the conversation, but truly bro, they're not doing it because they don't want to talk to you, but it's because they don't want you to get bored. Like I just feel like they're trying not to be too cheesy, but they're failing probably at it. Okay, then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. So that talks about, again, like this could be like them giving you money or them impressing you with their money. But yeah, Ace of Pentacles talks about a new beginning. It's like it's an amazing card together. It talks about this earth energy and them being really attracted to your body, them really being into your body, them just finding you like super sexually attractive, aesthetically attractive, like whichever attractive, like they really are into you. And then with the Nine of Pentacles, that talks about being happy. So I am sensing that they're gonna ask you maybe like, hey, are you single? Or they're gonna be like I said, either that's like they're gonna break up with their ex just so that they can talk to you, or maybe it's like they went through a breakup and they're kind of like, they want to talk to you, but they don't want to move too fast as well. So I am sensing that they're gonna try and take it slow with you, but like they really want to like, you know, speed things along. They do want to, but they know that it's best to kind of just, you know, take things slow. So yeah, something again about like luxury, and like Nine of Pentacles does talk about also sometimes, because it is the card talking about being single, it does talk about sometimes not finding love. So I just feel like when they see you again, it's kind of like it's like you look exactly how they pictured you to look. Like you look exactly how they remember you, basically, you know. So I just feel like they're going to be thinking about like the memories you guys have together, and they're going to be getting really nostalgic, and it's kind of like they want to make a move on you, but they're kind of like a bit afraid. They're kind of thinking that maybe they shouldn't do that. What if you don't want that, you know? They might even like take some space to kind of just be like, whoa, like that was a lot, that was really intense, you know. So I see them kind of like abruptly saying goodbye. I see it kind of like an abrupt end to a conversation. But like when they see you again, bro, like I said, they find you attractive, like they want to do this with you, they want to start something with you, but there's something that's really holding them back. Yeah. Maybe it's kind of like they still want to be single. They're kind of saying like they just got out of a serious relationship, so it's like as much as they find you attractive and they want to be with you, it's kind of like the Moon card, they aren't ready yet, you know. They're still kind of trying to get over someone. It talks about even like, yeah, it just talks about your first impression and like looking at someone. Like I just feel like they're super mesmerized by you, bro. Definitely, like super mesmerized, and they're paying attention to you. They really are into you. But it's like maybe it's an ex that's really clingy, or your friends are really like intimidating or something. So it's kind of like they're saying, you know what, okay, fine, like we can do this next time. Like let's pick up where we left off next time. So yeah, they really want to start something with you. They really, really, really do. And then I'll link down the song. I think it's like "Kiss Me More" by Doja Cat, where it's like, I relate fucking something, or we should be fucking. I forgot that song, but I'll link it down below. So if I can. But yeah, that's what I got for pile number 3. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, and let's get into the next one. What is our pile number 4? Let's get straight into your reading. So what will happen when they see you again? Alrighty, so the first 3 cards that I pulled out is the blanket card. Okay, then we have the Magnus, and we also have Scorpio and Leo. So this could be Scorpio and Leo, or it also could be Taurus and Libra as well. Okay, so you know, we're mixing up the elements, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like there's something about getting out of your comfort zone, and it's really sweet energy. Like I truly feel like pile 4, this is like similar to pile number 1, where it's kind of like it gives you a good feeling. I get the sense that there's a lot of aftermath and a lot of prep work that goes into this connection, where it's kind of like this definitely might be like a really spiritual connection, and you guys have a lot of history together. But I get the sense that when they see you again, they're going to be thinking about it literally for months later, years later. Like they're going to be obsessing over it like way later, and I just feel like they're definitely not going to get over it. Like I get the sense with the blanket card, where it's like it's a security blanket, so it's like, you know, maybe they could be thinking about you when they masturbate, or it's kind of like they were so turned on like when they saw you that like, yeah, they definitely might be you know, pleasuring themselves or something like the night afterwards or something. Or I get the sense that like they were thinking about you the day before, and then they see you afterwards, and they're kind of like, oh my god, like I was just thinking about you yesterday, and now like you're here in front of me. So I am sensing that they're gonna be a bit embarrassed maybe to see you, and they're kind of like a bit like ashamed, but like mostly embarrassed to kind of like say why they think everything's so awkward, you know. Like I get the sense that when they see you, they're going to be laughing a lot. Like, you know, people when you talk to them and like they just laugh at everything, like everything's like so funny to them. Like I get like that's what they're going to do. Like if you say hey, they're going to be like ha ha ha, hey what's up. Like I just see them like making things like awkward and weird, and like them being like hi, oh my gosh, it's so crazy seeing that. They're going to make it such a big deal. Like imagine like this person goes to your school and then they're like, oh, so do you come here often? And it's kind of like, bro, like, what are you doing? What do you mean do I come here often? We go to the same school. Like, you're making this weird. So yeah, but with the Magnus card, I just feel like they're really into you, and they're kind of like not gonna make, like, they're gonna make it really obvious. They're gonna, like, everyone kind of can get the sense that they want to be alone with you. So the next time they do see you, it's gonna be like there's like this weird tension, and I just feel like everyone's gonna be feeling so uncomfortable because they're gonna be like, must I get you guys a room or something? Like, oh, what's going on? Is there some history that we don't know about? Like, I just sense people feeling left out because you guys seem like you guys are so into each other, you know? It's like, I see them wanting to literally, like, you know, jump on you. Like, they want to literally right then and there, bro. Like, they're saying, like, I'm down if you are. Like, let's go into the closet. Like, you know, let's do this, okay? And then, yeah, Scorpio and Leo, where it's kind of like them wanting to, like, talk to you and, like, you know, sleep with you or something. But I just get the sense that, like, someone's kind of saying, no, like, let's be modest, like, let's not do that. So I'm sensing that, like, the Leo's into the Scorpio, but then the Scorpio is kind of like, no, like, let's wait, which is, you know, a first, like, you know, usually, okay, not a first, but, you know, usually Scorpios, they will never turn down an opportunity like this. But I get the sense that someone's being really modest, so it's kind of like maybe you're someone that's really shy, so it's kind of like you don't like, you know, PDA, you don't like that type of thing. So I get the sense that they're gonna be like, I don't want to say pressurizing you, but they're gonna be kind of like just making it obvious and telling everyone that you guys are together, or like just being a bit like even obnoxious about it, or like trying to rub in everyone's face, yeah, we had sex, or like them just like making it really awkward for you, because I see them literally telling everyone, yeah, we're doing it, like, oh, I have pictures of their boobs. Like, I just see them like saying stupid silly stuff. So yeah, okay. And then we also have the vibing and flirting card, my bro. So this card talks about, yeah, you know, flirting, being really happy. So I definitely do feel like the next time that they see you, they're going to be flirting it up. They're going to be flirting up a storm. They even could be trying to make you jealous or something. They're going to be like just doing the most. Like, they're going to be so extra. Like, I just see them being so loud and like a bit obnoxious and just really doing the most, basically. So let's get into your tarot cards. Okay, so the first card that we got is the Seven of Cups. Okay, interesting. That talks about kind of like different conversations. So I'm sensing that they're going to be trying to find out kind of like what you're into, or like, are you interested in this conversation, or like, are you interested in them? Because I see them like asking you like a lot of different questions, like saying, hey, what's your favorite color, what's your favorite song, what's this, what's that. Like, I just see them asking you so many questions, and it's kind of like, it's just weird questions. Like, you know, sometimes when somebody talks to you and they just ask you like, hey, and it's like your first conversation, and they're like, hey, so if you could have any superpower, anyone in the world, what would you choose? Like, I see them asking you like a question that's just so like out of the blue, and you're kind of like, what the heck? But like, I just feel like they're doing it because they're trying to, like, you know, make you feel more comfortable, because it just seems like you seem really reserved, you just seem really shy, basically, you know. Like, I see them trying to just, you know, get you out of your shell more as well. There's even a sense where it's like you could be an introvert and they could be an extrovert, so it's like it's just a bit awkward, or like people feel like they can feel the tension between you guys as well. And there's an airplane. I'll just wait. Okay, but yeah, I was just talking about like them asking you like crazy questions, and you know, maybe it's kind of like you're an introvert, they're an extrovert, or like, you know, sometimes when you talk to someone and you know that there's someone that's so funny, they're so amazing, but like when they're with other people, it's kind of like they're different, or they don't talk as much. So I see them kind of trying to like not annoy you, not trying to irritate you, but I just see them trying to be like, no, talk, like tell them this, tell them that. Like, I just see them trying to like, you know, make you say something, or I just see them trying to like yeah, like get you out of your shell more, and that type of vibe. So yeah, the next card that we have is the Queen of Swords. So it's gonna be a really spicy interaction, guys, definitely. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords that came up, right? I love this color, this purple color. Okay, then we have the High Priest. Okay, we have the Judgment card. Damn, guys. Okay, we have the Tower card, and we also have the Two of Wands that came up, right? So it's a lot, guys. Like, I'm sensing a lot of so like, I'm just getting the energy where I'm getting, for some reason, like, you know, Lucifer and Chloe Decker from the TV show. Like, I'll put a picture of them on the screen now, but I'm getting them for some reason. But Yeah, so with the Seven of Cups that came up, right, that just talks about dreams, temptation. It talks about just wishy-washy and like being a player basically. So, you know, when they do see you, I just see them kind of like, you know, putting the charm on. I see kind of like maybe your friends kind of being like, who is this person? Like, why are they acting so weird? Or I just see your friends not really being into them. Or I see you kind of like thinking, damn, like, what did I see in this person? Like, I feel like you're going to be thinking that you don't know why you like them so much. Like, I just see you having like a sort of epiphany. I see you kind of having a realization that like, you don't want to be with this person, like, you know, long term. Like, I just see you kind of thinking that this is more of like a short term connection, or it's kind of like both of you guys know that this is just like, you know, strictly sexual or something. And it's kind of like there isn't that emotional connection as well, because with the Seven of Cups, I am sensing that there definitely is a lot of like love and respect. I just feel like it's not for each other, or I just feel like it's not that strong, you know. It's kind of like the attraction is there, but it's kind of like the emotion isn't really there, you know. So I am sensing that like you're just not going to be in the mood, because you're kind of like, you're doing so much, you're literally annoying me, like, can you just leave me alone? Like, I'm getting the energy where it's like you might even ask them to like just leave you alone. Like, you might even say, listen, like, you've been annoying me all day, you've been annoying my friends, you showed up out of nowhere, like, out, like, can you just leave me alone? Like, I am seeing that as well. And yeah, like I said, they're going to be thinking about it a lot, and I just feel like it's going to be really intense, because with the Queen of Swords, that talks about this really like strict, not even strict person, but just someone that's really clever, someone that can be really harsh at times as well. So it could be you. For some reason, I'm getting like it's more you being harsh and not them so much. Like, I feel like they're kind of like, you know, just trying to irritate you and get on your nerves. And I see you kind of being like, listen, I'm not in the mood, like, I'm not joking, like, I'm not laughing, you know. It's kind of like when someone takes a joke too far. So I am seeing them kind of like trying to like, oh, say ha ha ha, like, look at this is so funny. And then I kind of see you being like, that's not funny, I'm not laughing, like, does look, I'm not like, I'm laughing, you know. So yeah, Queen of Swords talks about someone that's really quick to cut someone off. So I am seeing that like after they see you kind of like not really being into it, I am seeing them kind of being like, okay, well, you know what, fine, well then, okay, I don't want to be rude, guys, but it's kind of like the energy where it's like, you know, when a guy sometimes asks for someone's number, like a girl's number, and then you say no, and then the guy's like, oh, well then fuck you, I didn't want it in the first place. Like, I'm getting that energy where it's kind of like they're trying something with you, and then you're not really like, you know, taking the bait, you're not really into it, and then I kind of see them being like, okay, well, fine, I didn't want it in the first place, but then it's like, stop lying, like, nigga, you lying, don't even, fam, okay? So yeah, I am seeing that, yeah, just someone that like, I just feel like intentions are really clear right off the bat, where it's kind of like you can tell what's happening, you can kind of tell where this conversation is leading to. It's kind of like, you know, when you're with your best friend and then like it's a guy friend or something, I mean any gender guys, but it's a guy friend, and then the guy's kind of like, oh, like, I want to tell you something, and it's kind of like you can guess what they want to ask you. Like, it's only one of two things. It's either like, hey, I like you, or I fucked your mom. You know what I mean? Guys, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just getting into ways kind of like you already know what they want to say to you, you know? So yeah, and then with the Ace of Swords, that talks about thoughts. This is air sign energy, just kind of like trying to understand where they're coming from as well. So I am seeing that this person is trying to be vulnerable with you, but I just feel like they're coming about it in the wrong way. So it's kind of like, as much as maybe they think that they're doing a nice thing for you, I just feel like it's not really coming off that way. It's like Mr. Peanut Butter and Diane, where it's like he thinks that, like, you know, doing all these grand gestures is like a way to get this girl to like him back, but it's kind of like she doesn't like that, you know. She prefers something more low-key, but he's like, no, like, let's go big or go home. And I just feel like you guys see things in a really different way. So it's like I am seeing that they are genuinely trying to, you know, do something nice for you. I just feel like they're doing about it in like a very selfish way, you know. So I am seeing that it might be a bit of like a messy connection. So a messy interaction, should I say. Like, I maybe do see you guys kind of talking it out later, but it's kind of like you guys both need time to kind of just you know, cool off from the argument or from this intense interaction. So with the High Priest card that came up, right, that kind of talks about, yeah, this like Taurus like energy where it's kind of like a long term. So I am sensing that they're going to be constantly trying to just get on your nerves. Like I just see them really trying to annoy you like the whole time. Like I don't know why. Maybe it's like they're making fun of you, or they are just doing the most, like I said. And then with the judgment card that came up, right, that talks about evaluation and kind of like elevating your thoughts. So I am seeing you kind of being like, okay, you know what, fine, like just I'm done. Like I don't want to have this conversation. I don't want to have this conversation anymore. Like, can you just leave? So I am seeing kind of like somebody deciding to just end the conversation. Someone saying, you know what, I'm done. Go home. Leave me alone. And then with the Tower card, I am seeing that maybe like they don't take no for an answer. They're kind of like, no, like what's wrong with you? Like I am seeing kind of like people feeling kind of like they feel like they need to kind of give you some space. So I'm seeing like you guys talking. Maybe like you're with your friends and then you guys meet up and then your friends are kind of like, should we give you some time alone? Like, you know, is this okay? So yeah, I just feel like people are going to be giving you guys a weird look. So it's kind of like you guys can't really talk open and transparently because everyone's giving you guys weird looks. But the Tower card does talk about change as well. So I do feel like after you see them again, it's going to be really different, and it might be a while till you see them again as well, even because Two of Wands talks about kind of holding back and taking time before you make a decision as well. So I just feel like you guys will see each other. It's going to be really, it's going to be a lot. And then the Tower card, where it's kind of like, you know, everything changing, the connection changing, even like how you see them changing and everything, and you realizing what you actually want from this connection. And then the Two of Wands is kind of like yeah, just having a backup plan or trying to discover yourself, trying to kind of like think about what you want, what is best for yourself, and being confident that you don't want to go back to this person as well. So I am sensing that if there was a breakup, like I see you being happy that you left them in the past, you know. So I think there's kind of like a good coming out of this basically. And sorry for the airplane, guys, there's so many airplanes. Anyways, yeah, Two of Wands is just talking about loving your comfort zone and being happy where you are. So I really do feel like if you're happy in your life, I feel like if everything's going good in your life and you bump into an ex, if you bump into this person, it's kind of like, it's gonna be messy, it's gonna be awkward, like, you know, it will be probably the things that you think might happen. So like if you really have thoughts about what could happen the next time you see them, it probably will happen. But I feel like Spirit is saying that, you know, you will get over it. Like it'll be over, and it's kind of like, you know, it's like I just feel like Spirit is saying that, you know, you're in a good place now. Two of Wands, you know, you made the right decision, and it's kind of talking about just looking forward to the future, not really thinking too much about this connection or this interaction too much. Like don't let it, you know, take over your entire mind, because I do know, you know, for me personally, like when you have anxiety, it's kind of like if you have an awkward conversation with someone, you think that they're thinking about it 24/7. But I just hear Spirit kind of saying that it's not as bad as you think it is, and you know, they're gonna forget about it in like a few weeks. So like it's gonna be okay basically. So yeah, guys, that is what I got for pile number 4. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.